Hello, Virgo, and welcome to your weekly reading. Also, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a message for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising from the week of roughly January 7th through the 14th. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. With that being said, let's get right into your reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see, Virgo, what messages do we have for my Virgos, Sun, Moon, and Rising, please? So this deck, I only clarify with jumpers. I actually read the energy and lay them out. They just seem to work better that way. So also helps me get in the energy as I'm told exactly how many shuffles and breaks I need to do to get into yours. So just bear with me. Let's see here. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I don't know, I'm hearing some interesting stuff for you guys. I'm hearing too little, too late. But it's like trying to come in like a song. I don't know if there's a song with too little, too late, or if something's just happening too little, too late. Let's see. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What messages does Spirit have for my Virgos? Of the Most High. All right, 2 more shuffles and then we'll lay these out and see what's going on for you guys. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Last shuffle. Overall energy on the back, we have the 2 of coins. So some of you might feel like you've really been juggling a lot of things, maybe creative projects. This guy is like, literally looks like he's at the theater, and I do have the Ace of Cups behind it. So maybe there's like some new kind of creative endeavors that you're embracing right now or trying to get off the ground with that Ace of Cups. Juggling a lot. 3 of Cups, Ace of Cups. Yeah, this is definitely like something creative related, something you've been wishing for in regards to work scenarios. Making things happen, but definitely juggling a bit. All right, so how is Virgo showing up this week? We've got the 6 of Swords. All right. Move that down a little. What's crossing you? Got the 7 of Wands. We'll go over these in a minute here. What's crowning you? The Ace of Swords, some kind of truth or epiphany. What's beneath you? The 10 of Wands in your foundation. Some of you may be feeling a little burdened, or you were feeling a little burdened about your stability, about your passions, how to somehow incorporate your passions into what makes your 3D world go round. What's behind you? The Sun. I feel like something was illuminated for you guys, and that could be in regards to a lot of different things, but looks like in the recent past, what's before you? The Knight of Coins, your own energy. So you are going to have that stability that you were seeking. Oops, let's move this over. There we go. So yeah, what's before you is the Knight of Coins. Like I said, your own energy coming in. That's really great. The energy you're bringing around others, we got the 6 of Wands. Some of you may be, in the public eye. You're definitely bringing that Leo energy with you right now. I think it's kind of guiding you into where you need to be. I'm so picky, you guys. What is around you that you may not see yet? We've got the Moon, Pisces energy. Also Cancerian for me, Pisces and Cancer. Your hopes and fears, the Star. Okay, it's Aquarius. And potential outcome for the week, the 2 of Cups. Beautiful. All right, Virgo. So off the bat, what I'm kind of seeing here, let's see. Okay, so what I'm kind of seeing here, you guys, is that there's something creative that you're really trying to pursue right now. And this could be like a dream of yours. This could be something you've been forced to kind of juggle with your 3D reality. Um, you know, because as much as you want that stability and stuff like that, it's just you also need your outlets. And wands do represent our creativity. And with the star in your hopes and fears, I think some of you really, you're going for fame. I know that sounds kind of, you know, out there or whatever, but it looks like you're really going for the full deal. I mean, you're showing up with the Six of Wands energy everywhere you go. Um, you know, things like that. So the star in your hopes and fears, I think it's more of a hope for you. I think there's something to this. You're trying to move things into that way as showing up as a Six of Swords. Some of you may actually be moving, but sixes do represent balance. So maybe there's been some kind of breakthrough with your mental process and how you want to pursue your creative endeavors and still support yourself in the 3D world is kind of what I'm seeing. You're being very real about it and you know you want things a certain way, but it's also like you're not going to sell yourself short is kind of what I'm picking up. Like you're not going to just give up on what you really want. Let's clarify. Tell me why the Six of Swords. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Swords and the King of Wands with the Queen of Swords on the back. So I'm kind of picking up this vibe of like wanting to work on group endeavors or creative projects, pursuits. The King of Wands is ultimately a leader, and paired with that Knight of Swords, things might be happening pretty quickly for you. Maybe you're being kind of forced to use your head over your heart at this time. You might really find yourself definitely relying on your intuition, but I think some of this stuff's really been keeping you up at night. Like, you know, you've got a second opportunity here, but you also know that you have to make decisions to make it happen. I think it's requiring great strength from you. You're definitely putting in the work, you're collabing. Overall, you're emotionally content, but you do kind of feel this suspended kind of energy going on around you. Like you don't necessarily feel like, I don't know, you don't necessarily feel like everything's going as it should, but at the same time, your intuition is telling you to kind of keep going. Tell me about the Seven of Wands crossing my Virgos. Why is the Seven of Wands crossing? The Five of Coins. This is kind of about your boundaries and, you know, perhaps insecurities could be holding you back. Maybe your boundaries are a little too high. Maybe those walls are a little bit too high. Maybe there needs to be more trust. We do have the Page of Swords on the back, which is a very curious energy. There could be this energy of like, I don't know, almost thinking people are out to get you maybe when they're not. Yeah, just like a feeling of apathy, like you're trying to manifest like creative sparks, but at the same time, you're almost too guarded to let them in all the way, if that makes sense. What's the Sun in the recent past? What was illuminated? We've got the High Priestess and the Nine of Swords. Okay, some of you had like an epiphany or a download spiritually in the recent past. Like something really got illuminated for you, whether this was like your own belief systems getting illuminated or what really will make you happy became illuminated. It's going to be different for everyone, but it looks like your intuition, that High Priestess energy is quite powerful. It looks like your intuition kind of came in and gave you some information, and now it's up to you what you want to do with it, but you can't go back. Like you can't unsee, you can't unknow like what it is that you know. It's like it's ascension. It's like your consciousness has evolved into something new. So that's what I'm kind of seeing in the recent past, stressing you out a bit, maybe keeping you up at night. Some of you are getting like spiritual gifts. You know, you're finding your intuition is sharper than ever. And it's kind of freaking you out a little because you're like, how did I know what I know? Or how did I have a dream about that thing and then it happened? So it's kind of shocking you, like you're intrigued by it, but you're also just kind of mind blown by it because you've lived in such an earthy existence and that's your norm. And now you kind of have the traits of both. So it's making you feel a little strangely disconnected because you're trying to sort and make logic out of what in the hell is going on. I hope that makes sense for someone. It's just what I'm hearing. Why is the Ten of Wands in Virgo's foundation? Got the Knight of Swords with that King of Wands on the back again. So yeah, I'm seeing these like group projects, group efforts, working with a lot of people. It's kind of breaking your heart though, because you're like, this is not how I wanted things. I wanted them to go this way, not that way. And it just seems like there's a lot of people in your energy that are involved, a lot of people kind of that have something to say about whatever it is. But it's like with that sun energy that was recently illuminated, you already know what needs to happen. And it's almost like people are giving, like scoffing at you and giving you this know-it-all vibe when you're like, no, I know what's happening. So it's just this inner turmoil and frustration. But isn't that what Virgos do? I love you guys, but it is legit. Like you guys are funny like that. Let's see. What is the Knight of Coins in the near future? That's your own energy. So clarifying that, we've got the Page of Coins and the Three of Wands, that High Priestess energy on the back. Hierophant. Oh, wow, the Hierophant and the High Priestess. Okay, so here's the thing. You guys are going through massive, like, spiritual upgrades here. And I think you're finding new ways of doing things. Some of you may be learning new skills or new talents, going back to school even for certain things, because you're kind of waiting for like things to come in for you, and you're realizing that you want more, or like you've had this massive like spiritual download where you know that you need to actually put more into things to make them happen. But with the Hierophant and the High Priestess on the back, either this could be a few things. You're either really balanced out with your divine masculine and divine feminine energies. This is literally like very, very intuitive though. Like you have the keys, basically, the keys to the unknown with this energy. And it could also be that you're in a relationship that is a very spiritual union. Maybe that's what was illuminated. Maybe you're like, I don't know how in the heck this person knows, like when I think of them, or like I think of them and then they call. It's that kind of cerebral, just connected energy. Like you can almost feel like when that person is in pain. Okay. So maybe that is also what's going on for you, and it's kind of blowing your mind. Because we do have that Ace of Swords crowning. What's the Ace of Swords? Got the Three of Wands again with that High Priestess and Hierophant on the back. Yeah, you guys, there's been rapid expansion of your mind this week or recently, because it's like your old ways of thinking, your old ways of doing just don't cut it anymore. You've had this like massive spiritual awakening, it seems like, and you can't unknow what you know, and nor do you want to, but it's also kind of complicating your reality, because you're kind of like, where do I go from here is what I'm seeing. But ultimately it's leading you into a really beautiful place. What's this moon energy in the surrounding for my Virgos? The Ace of Cups with the Nine of Coins and the Three of Cups. One more on the Ace of Cups and the moon for Virgo. What's the Ace of Cups and the moon? We got the Ten of Swords and the Five of Coins. One more. This energy is very interesting. What is the moon? Strength and the Eight of Coins. One more. And that's that Three of Wands. You know, moon energy is confusing because it represents our subconscious. It's Pisces energy. We also have Pisces energy on the back. I don't know. This could be a few things. For some of you, I'm just going to throw this out there because it's what I'm hearing, even though this is an energy that's surrounding you. But we did have the Ace of Cups clarifying. For some of you, maybe you're realizing that who you thought you were in love with, you're not really in love with. Or maybe this is happening someone towards you. Explain to me one more time the moon for Virgo. That's that High Priestess and the Hierophant. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, for some of you, you have this crazy connection with someone that you're not with. Like a deep spiritual connection with someone you're not with. And it's creating some confusion, but also a wave of excitement for you. This person feels it for you too. The moon is our subconscious. Some of you might be dealing with a Pisces or a Taurus. I've got both elements coming out here. What's the star and the hopes and fears? The King of Swords and the Five of Wands and the Lovers. Strong Aquarius energy. Okay. Okay, here's what I'm getting. So some of you might be in a relationship with either a Pisces or a Taurus currently, or someone with strong Pisces or Taurus in their chart. But you've had this like spiritual awakening where you actually, you're feeling like you're actually meant to be with someone else perhaps, and it could be an Aquarius. It could be any air sign, but I'm getting strong Aquarius vibes. It's leaving you in mental conflict. You feel like you have to make a choice about love. You feel like you need to do this though. Like you need to follow your heart here. There's no logic involved. You just have this cerebral connection with someone else, and it feels wrong to be with whoever you're currently with. That won't be everyone's story, but might be for someone. So what's the Two of Cups and the outcome for Virgo? Why is the Two of Cups here? The Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. Yeah. Okay, this is like keeping you up at night. This whole thought of ending things, it's leaving you in this really fear-based mentality. Like you're having trouble really, because there's something stable, I feel, relationship-wise that you need to end or you want to end, because I think you're having a deep connection with someone else. This reading might be for like 5% of Virgos, I'm not sure. But it looks like you know that there's like a finish here. You know that you've ascended beyond whatever relationship you're currently in. Even though you invested a lot of time and energy into the relationship you're currently in, it's giving you anxiety now because you know intuitively that it's time to change. It's time for something new. You feel kind of held back by this current relationship. Let's get some advice and then we'll wrap this up. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, please. What messages do you have for Virgo? It's a very specific reading. Hopefully it helps someone through the week. All right, angels, spirits, and guides. Can I get one card of advice for my Virgos? Virgo, one card of advice, please. Awareness. There's that magician energy with the Ace of Pentacles on the back. You're fully aware of, I think, what it is that you need to do. It's just kind of freaking you out on how you're going to go about it and causing a bit of anxiety. But I don't see you doing it this week, but you've got the truths that you need to make the decision to do what it is that you need. All right, Virgo, I'll see you next week. Have a good one.